everyone. So today we're going to do a whiteboard lesson. So I'm sure you're excited. Get out your whiteboard, get out your marker and something to erase with. And we're going to go through today with math some problems that you're going to see on your worksheets and your test coming up. So this is going to be used as your review for the week, okay? So when you go to those worksheets later on in the week, if you get stuck on a problem, come back to this video and find whatever category it falls under and do a little bit of a review, okay? So let's get started. We're going to start with just some addition facts here, okay? So I'm going to call it out, give you a moment to write it down, and then we're going to solve it, okay? So your first one is going to be 32 plus 49. 32 plus 49. Make sure you line it up correctly. Okay, so you should have 32 plus 49. Okay? Now, does it matter what side we start on? Tens or ones? It does. We got to start with the ones place, correct? Because if we have to carry, we need to know that ahead of time, all right? So we start with 2 plus 9. Well, what's 9 plus 2 more? 11. Okay, so we can't just write 11 in the ones place, correct? We've got to carry our tens place over. So we have 11. We put the 1 that's in the ones place, in the one side. Carry the 1 here, okay? Usually we see one of them in the boxes on our worksheets. So now we can go over to the tens side. Okay, so now don't forget to add in that 1 that you carried. I know sometimes a few of you struggle with that. You didn't pay attention. So make sure that you add that one in. If it helps you to add that one in first, do that. So that would make 3 plus 1 is 4. Well, we know that 4 plus 4 is 8, correct? So your final answer is 81. All right. Erase your board. I'm going to call out your second addition problem, and I want you to take a moment, write it out, make sure you line everything up correctly, okay? It is 14 plus 27. 14 plus 27. All right, let's make sure that you have it all written out correctly. 14 plus 27. Okay, ones place is lined up with the ones place. Tens place is lined up with the tens place, all right? So we start again in the ones place, so that's 4 plus 7. Okay, so what is 4 plus 7? 11 again, very good. So we have the 1 in the ones place, and then we bring the 1 that's in the tens place up to the tens place. Okay, so now again we can start here. Let's add this one in first. So 1 plus 1 becomes 2, and then we have our double here. 2 plus 2 is, very good, 4. All right, awesome. You can go ahead and erase your board. This one I'm going to call out to you. You are going to write it out, solve it, then we will check it, okay? So your problem is 56 plus 14. 56 plus 14. Go ahead and pause it, solve, and then when you're ready to check, press play. Okay, so what you should have written out is 56 plus 14. Okay, so now we're going to add the ones place. 6 plus 4 would be 10. Since the 0 in 10 is in the ones place, we put that in the ones place. We carry our tens place over here. Okay, 5 plus 1 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. So your final answer should be 70. Good job, guys. Okay, so let's erase. And we're going to move on to something kind of the same, but we're going to add in a little something different here. Now, a while back, y'all started to add three-digit numbers where we have a ones place, tens place, and hundreds place, okay? But we're not going to be fearful of this. We know what to do. We have all the skills that we need, okay? So let's do the first one together. I'm going to call it out. We're going to write out our problem, line everything up correctly, and then we're going to walk through it together, okay? So we have 326 plus 155. Okay, so let's do this together. We're going to write out 326 plus 155. Okay, so we don't have to be afraid of this. This is stuff we already know how to do. So let's start with, where do we start? Ones place always. 6 plus 5 is 11. So same thing like what we just did. Don't let the hundreds place throw you off. Put our ones place 1, then we carry our other number, correct? Okay. Now we can go ahead and add the tens column. 1, don't forget that one up top that you carried, plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. Very good. So we write down that number. Can't stop here though. We have to add our hundreds column. So 3 plus 1 is 4. Very good. So I want you to read your answer out loud. 481. Good job. Erase your board. I'm going to give you one more like this. I'm going to call it out, and then I want you to solve it. And then after you've solved it, then I want you to come back and press play, and we'll go over the answer, okay? So your problem will be 207 plus 163, okay? So we've got 207 plus 163. Pause it here and solve, and then when you're ready to check your answer, come on back. All right, so let's take a look. First, we start in the ones column always. 7 plus 3 is 10. So since the 0 and the 10 is in the ones place, we put that in the ones place. We carry that 1 from the tens place to the tens column. So 1 plus 0 is 1 plus 6. So 1 plus 6 is 7. And then we have our hundreds column. We can't forget about that. 2 plus 1 is 3. So check your work. Did you get this correct? If not, where did you go wrong? Do you understand now? Okay, if not, maybe get someone to come and call out another problem for you, or get out your worksheets and start looking through problems like this and see where you're going wrong. Have someone check over it with you, okay? Let's read this answer out together. 370. Good job. Okay, so now erase your board. Okay, I'm going to erase mine too. I'm going to give you some numbers that I want you to write down. I'm going to give you a number. You're going to write it down, and then I'm going to have you do some things with that number. I know in my class we would do this a couple times a week, so y'all will find this familiar. Miss Dupree's class, I'm not sure if y'all have done this before, but just follow my lead, okay? I want you to write down the number 536. 536. Okay, so what you should have written down is 536. Okay, now I want you to underline the number that's in the ones place. Underline the number in the ones place. Okay. Circle the number in the hundreds place. Circle the number that's in the hundreds place. Okay, now I want you to put a small little smiley face over the number in the tens place. A smiley face over the number in the tens place. Okay, you ready to check? Okay, so what number did you underline in the ones place? 6. Very good. Okay. What number did you circle in the hundreds place? 5. Okay. And then what number did you put a smiley face over in the tens place? That's right, our 3. Check your work. See if that's correct. Good job. Okay, erase. I'm going to give you another number. 247. 247. Okay, so you should have 247. All right? Circle the number in the hundreds place. Hundreds place. Circle the number in the hundreds place. Okay, now put a smiley face over the number in the tens place. A smiley face over the number in the tens place. Good. Now I want you to underline the number in the ones place. Underline the number in the ones place. What number did you underline? 7. Good. What number did you put a smiley face? What's the tens place? Very good, the 4. Okay. And what number did you circle that's in the hundreds place? Awesome, your 2. Okay, very good. Let's see, I'm going to give you one more. One more. Erase your board. All right? Your number is 158. 158. I'm not even going to write mine yet. I'm going to let you do the whole thing, then we'll check it. So 158. Okay. Underline the number in the ones place. Now put a smiley face over the number in the tens place. All right, now circle the number in the hundreds place. Are you ready to check? Okay, so how would I write out 158? Call it out to me. 158. Very good. All right, so what number would be circled in the hundreds place? Very good, my 1. Okay. What number would have a smiley face over it for the tens place? That's right, the 5 is in our tens place. Okay. And then what number would be in our ones place that we've underlined? 8. Very good. Good job, guys. Okay, so y'all have got that. I'm not worried about that. Something that I saw that you are going to be working with this week is going to be adding up coins and then taking more than one group of coins, adding them up, and then making an addition problem with those. So I have some of those here for you. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to put these coins up here. Let's just stop with that one. Okay, so here we go. Now, we need to add this row up first because then, oh, there. Because then we're going to use these to make an addition problem, okay? All right, so first we have to know what each of the coins are and how much they are worth. So we have quarter worth how much? 25. A dime worth 10. And a nickel worth 5. Okay, so we're going to be skip counting, okay? We're going to have to change what we skip count by. So let's add this row up first. So 25, now we have to skip count by tens, okay? So 25, and then increase it by 10. 35, but we're not going by tens anymore. We're going by fives now. So 35, 40. That's correct. So this is 40 cents. Okay. Now we want to add up this row of coins. We have our 2 nickels. Okay, so those are 5 cents a piece. And then we have our 2 pennies, which are 1 cent a piece. So 5, 10. Do we keep going in fives? No, now we got to skip count by 1. So 5, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 what? 12 pounds, 12 inches, 12 cents. Very good. Okay, so on your paper, you're going to be now taking these two amounts and we're going to add them together to see how much money we had total. Okay, so we would have 40 cents plus 12 cents. Okay, so now we can add it. This is something that we know exactly how to do, right? We start in the ones place. 0 plus 2 is 2, and then 4 plus 1 is 5. So how much did we have? 52 what? Cents. We had 52 cents. Very good, guys. Okay, I'm going to have uploaded a video working on your skip counting, Jack Hartman video, where it's going to go over counting by 2s, 5s, 3s, and that will help you whenever you go with your coins to be skip counting, okay? The last thing I want us to go over is we are going to review the clock, okay? So what I want you to do is I'm going to give you a time, and I want you to write that time out on your whiteboard, okay? So let's just review our clock for just a moment. Our clock has 2 hands, correct? So which hand is the hour hand? The short hand, that's right. Which one is our minute hand? The long hand, that's correct. So which one do we write or say first? The short one. I always tell my class, we always let pre-K go first because they're the littlest ones, right? So we always let the shorthand go first. It says its name first and we write it out first, okay? So let's take a look. I'm going to give you this time, okay? Take a moment and look at it. I'm going to review it with you. Okay, so we would start by using our saying or writing our shorthand first. Well, it's in between the 2 and 3. So if the minute hand hasn't gone all the way up, we're still at what hour? The second hour, that's right. We haven't gotten to the third hour yet, okay? So this would mean 2, so we can go ahead and write down our 2. The hour is 2. All right, who remembers whenever we are counting our minutes, what do we skip count by? 5s, okay? So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Very good. So 30 minutes has passed, okay? So it is 2:30. All right, now you can erase your board. I just wanted to review that with you. Okay, so let's look here. Here's your new time. Look at this one carefully, okay? All right, let's look at the hour hand first. It's still in between 4 and 5. Remember, the minute hand has to go all the way up before it can be in the 5th hour. So this is still 4:45. Very good. It is still 4:45. I know that can be tricky trying to decide what hour it's going to be on. But remember, the closer it goes up to the 12, the closer this will look like it's going to the next hour. But until we get all the way up to the 12, it has not moved hours yet. Now we are at 5 o'clock, correct? Write that out, 5 o'clock, okay? Last one here. Okay, here's your last time. Which hand first? Short hour hand, so it is 8:10. Very good. It is 8:10. Okay, so I hope that this review has been helpful to you. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if at any time while you're working on the worksheets this week you get confused, come back to this video. Take a look. Do the problems again, even though you already worked them. All right, so I hope that this is helpful, and I will see you guys in a little bit, okay? Bye.